Alright everybody, part 2 of our fuel injector video on our 94 Dodge Ram. Okay, so we have a problem. Problem is we have no throttle cable. Or at least a gas pedal for that matter. So let me see what we did wrong here. We're looking at our throttle linkage right here. And I don't know if it was put on backwards or not. Okay, let's go inside the truck. I think it was, because look, let's zoom in there so you can see better. See how that's like that, and the cable goes up like that? I think the cable's supposed to go down underneath and come out the back. Let's go check our pedal on the inside of the truck and make sure that something didn't come off in there, just in case. Yeah, you see how low that pedal sits? It's supposed to sit a little bit higher than that. See, it's supposed to sit like right up here, and it's not. Everything looks okay. All right, so let's try something. Let's take the cable off. Yeah, it's an old noisy truck. Let's take the cable off, flip it around the other way, put it back on, and see what that does for us. Because this, well, you see, I don't agree with this. All right, well, let me see here. You can hear the cable. So let's see what we did here. I wonder if it's supposed to go in and wrap around the back side. All right, well, let me see if we can get you set up so we can do this all in one shot instead of 500,000 shots. Might be able to work something out here. All right. I think you can see it okay. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this throttle cable back up like this. Yep, you see that little track right there? I think we solved our problem, everybody. Let me see if I can get this inside here. And we'll just kind of roll it back, take it up this way like this. Put it in the thing there and then just kind of roll it back and around. Alright, so I know what we got to do, I just got to figure out how we're going to do it. I think I got an idea. Let me go grab a screwdriver. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to lift this throttle back. I'm going to jam a screwdriver down in here. Being careful not to screw anything up. Now, let's get something bigger that'll go down in there better. Yeah, let's put this handle in there. Yeah, see what we got to do here. We got to roll this back. Stick your thumb in there if you need to. We got to find something to jam that sucker open so we can get this throttle on there. Because this throttle, it's got a hell of a spring on it. Let's try our pliers. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. And we gotta flip that around like this. You see? You gotta flip this around so it's like that. And we gotta pull our cable all the way out. Now what we can do is do it this way. Stick it in first, and then we just gotta roll it around till we get it through the hole. It's probably better to do this with a pair of pliers. So let's get the old needle nose out. Old needle nose went up missing, so we'll use the other pliers. And we'll just kind of take this, put it in here, right? Like that. And we'll pull on our slack, right? And we can turn this. Maybe. Alright, and then we gotta grab our cable end. We gotta. But you get the basic idea of what we gotta do here, so I'll bring you back when I got it all figured out. Alright, so I got it put in. I just had to use 2 hands and move you guys. I don't have a tripod or nothing, so pull our thing out. Let's go check our gas pedal. In case you're wondering why the cable was unhooked in the first place, it was because I had to unhook the cables. Look at that. Look at that. We have a pedal now. All right, so let's go ahead and put our air cleaner back on. We'll see if this son of a bitch will fire up today. Then we'll take it out and drive it around. Yesterday, we fired it up and I drove it, and it has one hell of a misfire. But I think that might have been because we need to bring it back in when the weather warms up to do a timing on it, because when the initial timing was set on this truck, I did it during the summertime with crappy injectors and no good spark plugs. So contrary to what people might believe, you got to have decent working equipment in order to get good timing. If you time off of garbage, you get garbage. Basically is what we're going with here. This back here, this little clamp, is the worst idea ever manufactured by anybody on the planet. It is a pile of crap. And unfortunately, this generation of Ram 1500 to 2500, all these trucks, they have this goddamn clamp, and I hate this clamp. I do. I hate it with a fiery passion, especially because I've had that clamp tell me that it's attached to the top of the throttle body, and it wasn't. And then you're having to hold it with one hand, tighten it down with the other hand, and then it's like, okay, enough is enough here. This hose back here, it goes onto this fitting on the back side here. You see that right there? That fitting right there. It's just a vapor tube, comes off the breather, not a big deal. All right, so this truck, you might notice, has got a delayed start to it. I think the ignition switch and the starter's going out in it. So this is not typical of all these trucks, just this one. So we'll close our door so the buzzer don't go off for the door. It's still going to go off, but for other reasons. Yeah, hear it? See if it'll do it again. Oh, now it starts. Let's see if we have a gas pedal. He's got some electrical problems in this truck. He's actually got more gas than what it says, so don't pay too much attention to that. The gauge works when it wants to, basically. Well, yep, she's got a little bit of a pop. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Okay, let's go ahead and shut our hood. That's that buzz I was talking about. There's our exhaust. Keep breathing normal. Yeah, this truck's got a catalytic converter delete. That's why it sounds a little louder. So, we live in a non-catalytic converter state, so if they clog up or whatever, we can get rid of it. So, but you have to be certified to do it, so don't get no ideas about coming up over here and stealing people's converters. You'll go to prison for it, trust me. Alright, let's do this thing. See if it all right, now that's improvement, because the last time that it drove, before we put the injectors in it, you would put it in gear and it would die in reverse. The fact that it's not dying in reverse is a hell of an achievement. See if we can back out of here without running into nothing. Oh, that's better. Now I have a pedal. Okay, let's take this sucker out around the block real quick. Alright. You can see my Kia Rio sitting over there and the little red Focus we're going to work on this year. We've got some work to do on that car. Lots of work. And let's go ahead and go out here. Alright, now this guy likes to go dirt burning up the road, so we're going to go burning up the road here and see what it does. Alright, let's go. Sounds good. See? Everything sounds good. Still got a little bit of a stumble, but now I think it's more or less a timing issue than an actual component replacement issue. You can kind of hear it. Yeah, see? You can get down on it now. Alright, let's go. Take her and park her out front. Give him a call, tell him come get his ride. I'll let him know we still got a stumble, but it's more of a timing problem now. We got to wait for the weather to warm up, because you never set timing in the cold for obvious reasons. Look at that, folks. Sounds really good to me. All right, so here's the recap for part 2. We finished it up in part 1, but we didn't have a gas pedal. We came outside and in Discovery found that I had hooked the cable rod up wrong. Instead of going underneath, I went up above it. So off camera, I switched it around, brought you guys back, showed you what I did. We took it out for a drive. Everything looks good. I think he'll be back sometime in the spring or early summer to do the timing on it. And if he does, we'll bring it back. I'll fire up the timing light and we'll get her done. Got any questions or anything, go ahead and comment down below. I'm on the Instagram at ranger.auto.repair, and I'm on Patreon. We're working that out, so yeah, I think we got her done today. Our 94 Ram's going home. So we'll see you next time. I think the next video we're going to do, now don't quote me on this because I don't know how the order is going to go, but the next one we're going to do is the valve cover gasket on our red 01 Ranger, because that puppy's leaking. And we're also going to finish up our 89 Ranger, Mr. Rusty back there. And yeah, so everybody stay warm, be safe, and we'll see you next time.